Greetings, fellow linguophiles. I'm here to speak about language again. I have an update to a video I made before. Alright, it's basically the ways you can learn language. This is what we talked about last time. Take a class, okay? Classroom setting. Do it on your own, independent study, okay? Also go to the country and basically immersion. You're immersed in the language. Alright, I forgot to mention one that I've been using myself recently because, you know, classroom instruction, although my favorite way to learn is classroom instruction, it always has its limitations, alright? You know, obviously, it's not tailored to the student's needs. It's tailored to a syllabus and a curriculum and institutional needs, okay? And basically it's impossible to have a classroom setting that's tailored to every individual student. That's why you've got that's why you deal with things like institutions, syllabus, and all that other stuff, right? Anyways, and plus it's expensive. If you study at universities, it's incredibly expensive. Let me give an example. I'm taking an intensive Russian class, started on Monday, $3,818, alright? No financial aid, alright? Screwed. That means I'm screwed out of money. But I love languages, so I spend it. Alright, try. Now, the one I did not mention, the three I just said, independent, classroom, immersion. There's one more that I think is very helpful and is right now can be used in conjunction with independent study when one wants to learn a language outside of a classroom. You need to study it, but also the language exchange, okay, which is the topic of this video right now. Language exchange, okay. Basically, I found myself doing Mandarin Chinese language exchanges. Alright? That's going to be on Friday. Also on Saturday, I'm going to be having a Russian language exchange to supplement my classroom learning. Alright? Now, I do love languages, and I found that language exchange is very beneficial because people can build off each other, right? I want to learn Mandarin Chinese. A Chinese speaker wants to learn English. We help each other out as far as pronunciation. Pronunciation is key for the language exchange. Also, speaking and listening for a language exchange. It doesn't get better than that. If you want the best pronunciation, kind of. If you want the best speaking and listening practice, do a language exchange. Conversation tables is another thing that I don't find helpful to myself. Conversation table is a bunch of people kind of awkwardly sitting at a table trying to think about stuff they want to say in the language they're studying. Don't do that. Try it. You might like it, you might not. I don't like it. Language exchange is better. I want to talk a little bit more about language exchanges, alright? I want to talk about pronunciation. You get to hear a native speaker one-on-one. Fabulous. You get to practice speaking. Fabulous. You get to practice listening. Fabulous. Now, as far as things like grammar, vocabulary, and stuff like that, like you'd find in a textbook, like grammar, vocabulary exercises, that's the kind of stuff you really need to do on your own first, and then if you have questions about it, ask your language exchange partner, okay? Don't go to a language exchange partner and tell them to explain to you, like, German adjective endings, alright? They're not going to know. Native speakers don't know that kind of meta. Native language exchange speakers don't really know that kind of stuff as far as grammar, alright? So, that's all I want to say. This is just a quick recap. Ways to learn a language. Classroom. Immersion. Independent study. Language exchange partner. Conversation table. This video is about language exchange partner. It's good because you got pronunciation, listening and speaking, and don't go in there asking about grammar and the other stuff, because you need to study on your own and ask questions later because the native speaker might not know. That's it. Bye-bye.